Here we go.
I'm going to show you how to change your water pump and save you a ton of money in the process of doing it. It's not hard and you don't need any crazy tools. This is literally all you need to do this job. A ratchet, an extension maybe, a short extension, 10, 12, a deep 12, and I also have a wrench just to make life easier. Oh yeah, and your new pump. Do you need a water pump? Overheating. There's a couple reasons why you'd overheat. Low on coolant, and if you've checked your coolant and you ruled that out already, look at your oil. Does it look milky? But you see that right there? If your oil looks kind of like chocolate milk or even as bad as this, that means there's moisture in your oil, and that's a pretty good indicator that you need a head gasket and not just a water pump. Another thing that could clue you in, I just hit my head on a light, death rattle, or the rattle that you hear when your car first starts. Rattling is caused when there is coolant getting in where fuel is supposed to be. It's not burning, because you can't burn coolant or you can't burn water. It's just doing a whole lot of nothing. Okay, no more chit chat. Let's get into this so you can see where the water pump is. First thing we need to take off is the Airbox and intake related stuff. All you need for this is your extension, your ratchet, and your 10 and 12 millimeter socket. I'm gonna use this bad boy just to speed everything up, but you can get away with literally just some wrenches and some basic ratchet set, something like that. I'm gonna set these up here so I can lose them later. Start by unclipping the Airbox. This is a 10 millimeter. There we go. This should just flip up and out of the way. We're gonna have to take our filter out. Be careful, there is a plug and wiring harness back here. Don't break it. You also need to pull off this cover. This cover is just here to make it look pretty, that's it. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 are all 10 millimeter. When I get done with these, I toss them down in here so I don't lose them. Well, at least I probably won't lose them. And if you didn't misplace your bolts like I did, you'd have one here and one here. Now, we'll be able to pull this whole Airbox up and out. Don't just go ripping it out now, okay? There's gonna be this hose right here. Get it up and out of the way so you can see what you're doing. And then, with just a little bit of persuasion and maneuvering, you'll be able to get this whole thing up and out. It should come out fairly easy. This is the water pump, and we got all this room to work. What we do need to take off is the wiring harness that feeds the water pump. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bolts that need to come loose. So you can get to basically every one of these bolts from up top. I'm about to loosen the last bolt, and the reality is you're gonna make a mess. So put something underneath it because it's gonna be coolant, and if you have animals or anything around, it's definitely not good for them. I'm not worried about that because I have straight water in here right now. Old one out, here's the new one. My suggestion is to just not go with the OEM Toyota one. You're looking at possibly $400. The company that makes them for Toyota, it's actually the brand called Asen, which these are. And you can get this on Amazon for $150. They come with the Toyota markings ground off. So here's one of them, here's the other one. Now this is the 4th water pump that I've put into this car. Well, the first one just went bad at the same time that the head gasket went bad. The second one that I got the really, really cheap one, and I paid the price for it. It lasted literally 20 minutes. From the initial inspection, it doesn't look like there's really anything wrong. When I go to turn this one, see how this freely spins? This one is bound up. Oh, wow, okay. I might not be able to get this one out. Oh my gosh. Sorry, you all right? There we go. Oh, it's melted. And it looks like it's built up quite a bit of friction down here on the bearing surface. So that's how it should have come out, like that. Let's put the new one in. Before we do that, you may notice when you took these bolts out that 2 of them are a little bit longer. So again, we're looking down from through the hood. The long bolts will go here and here. You have a new gasket that comes with your water pump. And these only go in one way. and make sure it's nice and seated in there. It's because if you pinch this or tear this gasket, you're gonna cause a leak, and that could be bad too. The plug upward, once you get it shimmied in there, it should just boop, pop right on there. I'm gonna start a bolt, just run it down with my hands. Tightening anything, usually in a car, you wanna do it in like stages. You know, it's just good practice maybe to just go ahead and tighten it a little bit, go to an opposing side somewhere, you know, get that one snugged down a little bit. Okay, good. Of course, don't forget your plug. It only goes in one way. You'll hear it snap. To get this back in, it can be kind of finagly. Put this side in first. Bring up that hose. See these little clips here? That's where it goes. Go ahead and just get it stuck in there so it's not fighting you the rest of the time. Air filter. It goes in one way. The deep side goes into the box. Spin this thing back around. And this kind of hinges on these little clips right here. So aim up a little bit and then come down. Flip it into place. Put the hose back on. The clamp as well. This tightens down with a 10mm. Don't over tighten this. It just needs to be snug. Your engine cover back on. If you get the oil fill lined up, you'll push straight down. There we go. Got it. Last but not least, coolant. You don't want to use water. If it gets cold in your area, water freezes. Water freezing in your engine is a really bad thing. Crack your block. You'll do all kinds of nasty things if you do that. For now, I just want it to run. And there. Now it might bleed through. You can see it just sucked a whole bunch of that down. That's normal. Alright, let me get this junk out of here, make sure I didn't leave any tools up there, and we'll take it for a little testy drive. If you fix the problem that is being registered as a check engine light or something like that, a couple key cycles of it not seeing that code anymore should also take away that check engine light. Unhooking the negative terminal can also do that, but it'll also reset all of this stuff, so you might have to, the annoyance of going back and redoing this. 171. I think we're good. We'll go back into the house here in a second, and then close it up. For as easy as it is, there's absolutely no reason you should be paying a ton of money to get this type of work done on your Prius. It's cold now. Thanks for hanging out. I'll see you later.